All right, so it's critical for me to do this update on the pause function, the stealth mode of the RoyalQ application. So remember, we've done a couple of videos on the pause function, and a lot of people keep asking me questions. Oh, I think I'm losing some money. So I want to create an overview, an understanding of why we brought about this pause function and the conversion and all right? But by the way, let me tell you, as a trader, you must be willing to lose some money sometimes. Okay, sometimes you must be willing to lose some money to maximize your trading and the bot's activities. Okay, so it's okay sometimes. I know you don't have to lose, but sometimes it's okay to take some minimal losses. Okay, so here's why this pause function had to be activated, and we're trying to tell people. We have people who have been waiting for 1 year in floating loss. We have people who have been waiting March, April, May, June, July, August, September. People have been waiting for 6 months in floating loss. People have been in floating loss since March. I'm just trying to count the months. People have experienced this. It's kind of frustrating. All right, it's kind of frustrating. And I have a personal war against floating loss, because once we can eliminate floating loss, honestly, RoyalQ will be so palatable to everyone. But how can people who are discouraged, waiting for 6 months in floating loss, how can we salvage the situation? All right. So we have the scenarios where people are frustrated and they've given up. We invite them to the Zoom meetings they don't want to attend. So how can we salvage such a situation? This is why the pause function is important. But here are some new ways of using the pause function. In the past, we told you that once you pause, convert it and wait for it to go to plus 10%. You don't have to do that anymore. All right. Here's what you need to do. 2 options. Pause your trade and convert it. Option 1, convert it on your exchange to your USDT. Go trading. All right. Now, as you trade smart with TGS. If the floating loss takes 6 months, you would have made enough money, all right, to stay in the game. But here's the beautiful thing. You want to buy back the USDT, you want to buy back the asset once it's a little lower than the point at which you converted it. Okay. You want to buy it back a little lower. So it's going to help you. All right. I will just keep it that way. All right. So you convert it maybe at minus 5%. You wait for it to get to minus 10%. You buy it back. Or from the trades you're making, profits from you buying back some of the assets while they are still in negative. All right. So you don't have to buy back when they're in positive 5%. That's going to give you a gap. All right. But even if you do that, it's still okay, because you would have made enough money to counter that minimal loss. Okay. But we're trying to make it easier, because a lot of people, they lose some percentage, they feel, oh, there's something wrong. All right. So when you pause, let's say you enter a trade, it's going to get you minus 5%. You pause it. Option 1 is convert it to USDT. Go take other trades. All right. As you take the other trades, the coin that you bought into could be dipping. When it dips to minus 10, you buy back the coins. Or if it dips to minus 15, you buy back the coins. Then you relax for it to hit this take profit target. Now, if the take profit target you set was 3%, you can just adjust your take profit target to 1%. Okay, just adjust to 1% and leave the coin to do its thing. You're going to make so much money when it hits that 1%. All right. And since you've bought it back when it's lower, if you wake up and see that, oh, it's plus 10%, good. Edit your, take profit to plus 10%. End the trade. Make money. You're going to make super, super, super money. Right? So this is important for you to note. You pause your trade, buy it back when price has gone lower than the price at which you converted it. Very, very important. Then option 2, you pause your trade at minus 5%. You don't convert it. That means the assets remain there where it is. This is easier for people because a lot of people don't know how to convert and all that. So just keep your assets where it is, and just go trading with the other assets without bothering yourself. Keep making money. The anytime you come back, realize that your trade is plus 10%, you go sell manually the usual way, and you're going to make a lot of money too, right? So I want you to understand these two things about how we trade with the pause function. The pause function is a tool that helps you get back in the game instead of being discouraged, tired, frustrated because you're waiting for many months for a trade to come back into the positive. Remember, there are many people in your structure who are experiencing this and they're frustrated. They don't know what to do. They're like, the RoyalQ is not the way we thought it would be. So how can you help these ones to stay in the game? How can you protect them? How can you assist them to still win? That is what the pause function is all about. Now, while keeping them active, you're going to find out that, hey, they now learn the TGS strategy. They're super excited. And your team is active, stay in the game. That helps you overall. Even for those that use the old method of pausing and waiting to buy back when it's higher, whatever minor losses you experience can be overcome. All right, you can tolerate it. So imagine people trading with Acro since Acro was for the past 1 year. All right, so imagine people trading with Acro. If they had paused their trades at minus 10% and used the 90% to keep trading in other coins, by now they would have made. There are people that put $3,000 on Acro. So imagine they paused it at minus 10%, and then they began to trade with the remaining 90%. They would have made their $3,000 several times over in the last 1 year. And even when they now sell manually at a higher percentage, if they use the old method of selling at a higher percentage and buying back at a higher percentage, whatever minimal loss they would have had would have been countered by, the profits they've made over the almost 1 year of lying idle. All right, so this is the improvement on our stilt mode method. Remember option 1, pause at minus 5%, convert on your exchange if you wish to, and wait for price to go back lower, buy it at lower price. Keep your take profit at where it is, 3%, 5%, or you can bring it down to 1%. When it sells off, you're going to blown away. Then option 2, pause at minus 5, leave it, don't convert on the exchange. This is the easier one for newbies. Just leave it, don't bother converting so you don't stress your upline, and wait till price goes back to plus 10 or plus 5 or plus 3 or plus 1. It doesn't have to be plus 10%, all right? We just use plus 10% as an example. And then, renew the trade and sell manually. These 2 steps are the best ways of trading going forward with the pause tilt mode pause functionality. Remember, as a trader, you want to stay in the game. And the tilt mode pause function helps the team stay in the game.